There's a quiet power in color, not in how bright it shines, but in how it harmonizes. After 50, a man's relationship with color evolves. It's no longer about standing out, it's about standing balanced. Each shade he chooses becomes a reflection of who he is, calm, confident, and comfortable in his own rhythm. Navy speaks of strength, beige whispers of ease, charcoal carries wisdom, and ivory holds grace. Together, they create a language of refinement that needs no translation. True style after 50 isn't about chasing trends, it's about mastering tone. It's knowing when to soften, when to contrast, and when to let simplicity speak louder than color itself. Because the art of color is not about perfection, it's about presence. When a man wears the right tones, he doesn't just look well-dressed. He looks well-lived. Secret 1. The Foundation. Understanding neutral tones. Every great wardrobe begins with balance, and in the world of mature style, that balance starts with neutral tones. For men over 50, color is not decoration, it's direction. Neutrals like navy, charcoal, beige, ivory, taupe, and olive aren't chosen to impress, they're chosen to express quiet confidence. These are the tones that whisper refinement, the hues that age as gracefully as the men who wear them. Navy speaks with composure, charcoal carries depth, beige brings calmness, while ivory lends light. Together, they form the silent structure of timeless dressing, a visual rhythm that never clashes, never overpowers, and never fades with time. When a man reaches maturity, his wardrobe should not shout youth, it should echo character. Neutral tones are the architecture of elegance. They frame the body with ease, harmonize with natural aging, and make every texture, every stitch, every gesture look intentional. Picture a navy blazer with a crisp white shirt, dignified yet effortless. A pair of beige chinos under a soft gray cardigan, understated but assured. These combinations don't rely on flash, they rely on form and proportion. The secret to neutral mastery lies in understanding temperature and tone. Warm neutrals, camel, cream, olive, create comfort and familiarity. Cool neutrals, charcoal, slate, white, create structure and authority. Mix them thoughtfully, and you create harmony. Let beige soften navy, let ivory illuminate charcoal. When balance is achieved, even the simplest outfit feels complete. Neutrals also reward repetition. When your closet is built around them, everything connects. A taupe jacket matches with khaki trousers, a navy knit layers effortlessly under a camel coat. This interconnectedness creates freedom. The freedom to dress with ease, to travel light, and to always look polished without overthinking. Unlike the impulsive color choices of youth, neutral tones are grounded in patience. They reflect a life lived with discernment, where less truly becomes more. They allow the man to express refinement, not through loudness, but through consistency. And that's the quiet strength of maturity. You don't need to stand out to be seen. Every man who reaches his 50 seconds begins to realize that the power of style lies not in novelty, but in nuance. A well-tailored gray suit speaks more than any bold pattern. A white shirt, pressed and pure, conveys clarity. A camel overcoat signals timeless assurance. These are not fashion choices, they are expressions of composure. Mastering neutral tones is the cornerstone of elegance. It's where restraint becomes luxury and simplicity becomes sophistication. When your wardrobe reflects who you are, calm, grounded, and refined, you stop dressing to impress others and start dressing to align with yourself. Because true confidence is not loud. It's quiet, balanced, and beautifully neutral. Secret 2. Contrast with confidence. How to use light and dark balance. If neutral tones are the foundation of elegance, then contrast is the breath that gives it life. For men over 50, contrast is not about drama, it's about definition. It's the subtle art of using light and dark to frame your presence, to highlight maturity without shouting youth. Contrast is confidence. A crisp white shirt under a charcoal blazer, a navy jacket against beige trousers, a soft ivory sweater layered under a camel coat. Each pairing creates quiet dimension, the kind of visual depth that draws the eye not to the outfit, but to the man within it. When you understand contrast, you understand control. Light tones reveal, dark tones define. The balance between the two determines how composed, how polished, and how assured you appear. Too little contrast, and everything blends into monotony. Too much, and the eye is unsettled. The goal is harmony, where light and dark meet with purpose, never competition. For formal occasions, lean toward clarity. A white shirt with a dark suit anchors authority. For daytime refinement, soften the difference, pair a sky blue shirt with taupe trousers, or a light gray jacket with off-white chinos. These subtler contrasts reflect experience. They say, "I know who I am," instead of "look at me." Texture deepens the play of contrast. A matte wool suit beside a silk tie, or a linen shirt under a suede jacket. The shift in material catches light differently, making contrast feel natural, not forced. It's not just about color, it's about how light behaves on the surface of your style. Age adds depth to this balance. The silver in your hair, the warmth of your skin tone, the way you carry yourself, all of these become part of your palette. A man over 50 should let contrast mirror his evolution. Gentle, yet firm, calm, yet defined. He doesn't chase the spotlight, he directs it. Confidence in contrast also means knowing restraint. Not every piece needs to stand out sometimes. The power lies in understatement. A dark navy knit with charcoal trousers might sound subdued, but under natural light, the difference between textures and tones reveals a quiet richness that feels expensive, without trying to be. When light meets dark in perfect proportion, you create presence. Not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that commands it naturally. Because contrast, when mastered, is not about opposites. It's about balance, character, and timeless composure. And when you walk into a room dressed with this awareness, every line, every tone, working in harmony, you're no longer just well-dressed, you're well-defined. Secret 3. The power of color harmony. Building effortless combinations. Harmony is the invisible thread that holds great style together. After 50, color harmony isn't about matching, it's about balancing. It's the difference between being dressed and being composed. When colors flow effortlessly, you don't just look coordinated, you look calm, grounded, and quietly confident. The best-dressed men over 50 understand that color harmony begins with intention. Every shade carries emotion. Navy gives stability. Beige relaxes the eye. Olive adds quiet richness, white brings light, and gray keeps it all in order. When these tones complement, rather than compete, the result is timeless, a kind of visual piece that makes you look both distinguished and approachable. Building harmony means understanding contrast and undertone. Warm colors camel, cream, olive invite familiarity. Cool colors charcoal, navy, slate express refinement. When paired correctly, they bring out the best in each other. For instance, a navy blazer with a beige shirt feels balanced and mature. A charcoal suit with a light blue pocket square adds freshness without risk. These aren't coincidences, they are compositions. Harmony also lives in proportion. A single dominant color should anchor the look, while secondary and accent tones support it. Think of it like music. The bass note carries the rhythm, the others add texture. A light gray suit with a navy tie and a white pocket square, 3 tones, 1 melody. That's how visual rhythm creates emotional ease. Texture and fabric deepen harmony even further. A linen shirt softens color transitions, while wool and suede absorb light differently, adding dimension. Even when using similar tones, taupe with sand, navy with slate, the difference in texture keeps the outfit alive. Mature style is never flat. It breathes through layers of tone and touch. But harmony is not about perfection. It's about authenticity. The man over 50 no longer dresses to impress. He dresses to connect with himself, his values, his day. When your colors align with who you are, they begin to mirror your temperament, composed, calm, certain. A well-curated palette doesn't just flatter the skin, it elevates the spirit. It tells the world, I understand balance. Because, in the language of elegance, harmony is fluency. It's the ability to combine without conflict, to express without exaggeration, and to look effortless without trying. When your wardrobe breathes in this rhythm, where every color feels like it belongs, you no longer dress in outfits, you dress in harmony. Secret. 4. Smart accents. Using color in accessories. In the language of style, accessories are punctuation marks, small details that give meaning to the sentence. For men over 50, the art of using color in accessories lies not in decoration, but in direction. A pocket square, a tie, a scarf, or a watch strap can transform an entire outfit, not by shouting for attention, but by whispering intention. This is the essence of mature elegance. Accent color equals whisper, not shout. Because after 50, refinement doesn't need to be loud. It's not about adding more, but about adding purpose. The best-dressed men know that accents serve as the rhythm within restraint. A navy suit with a muted burgundy tie speaks differently than one with a bold red. A beige linen blazer with a soft olive pocket square feels sophisticated, while the same in bright green feels uncertain. The secret isn't in avoiding color, it's in taming it. Every accent should have a reason to exist. A tie introduces focus. A pocket square introduces depth. A leather watch strap introduces warmth. And a scarf introduces mood. Together, they create harmony. A quiet dialogue that supports the outfit, never competes with it. When choosing accent colors, think relationship, not contrast. The color of your tie should speak to your jacket, not argue with it. The tone of your pocket square should echo the shirt beneath it. Even your socks, often overlooked, can subtly bridge 2 distant shades. Warm accents burgundy, rust, forest green pair beautifully with navy, charcoal, or taupe. Cool accents, steel, blue, silver, dusty lavender lift ivory or beige ensembles. Avoid the temptation of extremes. A color that draws too much attention doesn't elevate your look, it interrupts it. texture also guides the mood of your accent. A silk tie reflects light sharply, while a wool tie absorbs it softly. A suede watch strap feels grounded, while a polished metal one projects clarity. The goal is not uniformity but balance, so that every piece breathes the same air of quiet sophistication. There's a saying among tailors, details reveal discipline, and that's never truer than in accessories. Because when a man after 50 adjusts his tie, straightens his pocket square, or checks his watch, it's not vanity, it's awareness. He understands that elegance lives in the smallest gestures. In the end, color accents are not decoration, they are expression. The difference between noise and nuance is only a few shades apart. So, let your accessories whisper in tones of intention, restraint, and grace. Because true confidence doesn't announce itself. It's worn quietly, in the fold of a pocket square, the hue of a tie, and the calm of a man who knows when enough is enough. Secret 5. Color and character. Dressing in alignment with your personality. After 50, color stops being just a choice, it becomes a reflection. Every tone you wear says something about who you are, what you value, and how you move through the world. The right colors don't just flatter your skin, they align with your temperament. They speak for you quietly, but unmistakably. Navy represents calm confidence. It's the color of composure, depth, and quiet strength. A navy blazer or knit carries the assurance of a man who doesn't rush to speak because he doesn't need to. It's timeless, versatile, and always communicates authority without arrogance. When you wear navy, you project control, balance, and clarity. Olive stands for grounded sophistication. It's natural, unpretentious, and deeply masculine. Olive works because it reflects a life lived with calm purpose, a man comfortable in his own rhythm. In casual jackets, chinos, or lightweight sweaters, olive connects you to earth tones. It adds maturity without stiffness and depth without darkness. Burgundy expresses quiet passion. It's not fiery red, it's refined warmth. Burgundy belongs to the man who still feels deeply but shows it with restraint. A burgundy tie, pocket square, or sweater under a neutral blazer adds emotion to your look. The subtle pulse of energy that says, "I'm still alive, and I still care." Taupe embodies understated elegance. It's the most sophisticated neutral, a balance between beige and gray that never tries too hard. Taupe says refinement, intellect, and emotional control. It works beautifully in outerwear, knitwear, or tailored trousers, creating softness and strength in the same breath. It's the tone of a man who no longer competes, but simply belongs. Color, when chosen with intention, stops being decoration. It becomes language, a mirror of who you are on the inside. And the older you get, the more that mirror matters. The harmony between color and character is what makes a man's presence memorable. When your colors reflect your inner state, when navy steadies your mind, olive grounds your energy, burgundy warms your expression, and taupe calms your tone, you no longer dress to impress, you dress to express. True style is not about being noticed, it's about being known silently, instantly, and authentically. Because in the end, color is not about artifice, it's about alignment. You're not choosing what looks good, you're choosing what feels right. And when what you wear reflects who you've become, your presence, not your palette, becomes the most striking color in the room. In the end, color is not just what you wear, it's what you project. After 50, the goal isn't to chase trends or perfection, but to find harmony between your outer tone and your inner calm. Every shade you choose, navy, olive, burgundy, taupe, becomes a mirror of your experience. It tells a quiet story of lessons learned, patience earned, and confidence found. When you dress in colors that feel true to you, you stop trying to look stylish. You simply are. Because real elegance doesn't come from coordination, it comes from connection, from knowing who you are and letting your wardrobe whisper it with grace. So wear your colors not to impress, but to express, and let your presence be the most refined shade of all.